So being born in America, my main memory actually is my mum going to work every day. And I think, yeah, that's probably influenced me a lot in terms of how I carry myself now and how hard I work now. So I moved to London when I was 10. I had an American accent. I was this kid who dressed different. Watching my mum always hustling and working hard for her 3 kids, it was a huge influence in the way I carry myself now as a man. It is scary, but for me, that's a good thing. I don't want to do things that don't scare me. I don't want to do things that don't challenge me, you know what I mean, to help me to grow. I did try to go to university. I was studying actually architectural technology design and production at university. I've done 2 years, but not being born in the UK, I wasn't allowed to get student loans. So I was trying to hustle to raise money, etc., etc. But I wasn't able to afford the full funds, so I couldn't complete my 3rd year. Again, being this kid of American accent, going into school, secondary schools when I first started, going into drama class, and this was the first time I can go on stage and people accepted me for who I was, you know, as opposed to this American kid and people like isolating me. Me being on stage, everyone just laughed at me. You know, I mean, people accepted me for a talent, which I just found easy. You know, I can go up on stage, be silly and be Salami, and people found it hilarious. You know, I just grew up watching people like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence and Bill Cosby and all them comedians, and they just made me laugh. So I was just like, I just come into class and imitate them. They was like, I put the screw in the tuner. I remember going into class just doing that, everyone just crying and laughing. I was like, bro, this is me. This is where I need to be. So and I'm dyslexic, so I was never academic. And I didn't know I was dyslexic until the age of 21. So at that time, I thought I was just stupid. I thought I was just very slow compared to all my friends when it came to like writing and spelling. I didn't understand why I couldn't grasp it. I didn't know how to do phonics and all that stuff. But on stage, everyone accepted me and I was always getting good grades. So it was very quickly for me, I decided like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep on wanting to be on stage. And then when I found out you can get paid to do what you love, I was just like, this is a no-brainer. Like, what am I doing? I wanna get involved in that. Many times, on more than one occasion, I was considered homeless. But you know what? For me, it was never that deep, you know? Only because films like Pursuit of Happiness motivate me from young. Seeing someone like Will Smith, even though it was a movie and knowing that was a true story, that someone to go into a toilet and sleep there with your child, and to see where he is now. For me, when I was in those moments, second year, I didn't get student loan, so I couldn't afford accommodation, so it was just couch surfing a lot. Like, my pride was so high, I wouldn't like buzz or ask for any help. I'd rather sleep in a library or walk around or like chill in McDonald's or whatever. It was difficult, a lot of late nights, and in the beginning, a lot of like tears and stuff like that. And but I appreciate those moments because, okay, so the first time I was homeless, secondary university, and then the second time was when I went out to New York. I went to New York with no apartment, with nothing, and for the 2 years it was couch surfing, a lot couch surfing, and sometimes again not being able to find somewhere to sleep that night and just walk around the streets and stuff like that. But university prepared me for New York. So that was okay. And then when I was in New York, I was like, I've done this before, that's fine. I've been broke, I've been homeless. So people that just getting to know me now, what they misunderstand is the journey. It's the hard work and why I do what I do. It's very easy to look at someone and think, oh, they want that celebrity life. They do it for the followers or whatever. But for me, it's never been about that. It's never been about fame. It's never been about labels. It's never been about what car I drive or where I'm living. It's always been about proving the impossible. It's always been about putting myself in scenarios where no one else would want to do what I'm doing, and put myself in a situation where it's very uncomfortable just to influence and motivate the next generation, to motivate the younger people that are looking up to me, if you will. The way I deal with fear is that first I accept it. I understand that it's natural, and I encourage it. I want to do everything that I'm scared of. I want to accomplish everything I'm scared of. If I'm fearful to do something, that means it's something that's going to help. And if I complete it, that means it's going to help me develop and make me a better human being. It's going to help me grow. Until today, like Steve Harvey, he's fearful. Like when he goes onto the stage every single day and he speaks to like hundreds of people or speaks on live TV, he's scared behind that curtain, he's shaking. Everyone just thinks, oh, Steve Harvey, he's cool. It's the same thing, you know, I can go on camera and be like, I know millions of people are gonna watch this, but it's good, you know what I mean? It's good, that's the only way you're gonna grow. If you're not putting yourself in scenarios that you find hard or difficult, you know, there is no room for growth. You're constantly comfortable. So I enjoy the fear, I enjoy the uncomfortability of scenarios and situations, and yeah. The way I plan to continue to grow and take my career to the next level is to continue doing what I'm doing now, meeting up with like-minded people like yourself, surrounding myself by influencers and people that feed and fuel my mind and make me a better human being. I believe a lot in energy as well, surrounding yourself with like the energy, like good energy, positive energy. It really is it's a huge influence in your life, man. As soon as you cut off all that negative energy, you cut off people that are just there, just like leeches on you, is a massive influence in your development. Like as soon as I did that, bro, my life is changing within a year, as soon as I decided to make that step. In the beginning, I was very much trying to be someone else. Trying to be what I think the industry wanted me to be, right? And that's because one didn't know who I was. When I walk into a room, what I want people to like first think and feel and what energy I wanted them to gauge off of me. But as soon as I discovered who I was and I was able to walk in that confidently, everything changed. What sells you is you. You know, is the fact that you're different to the billions of people in this world. Now, you trying to be like someone else, you ain't gonna get that far. Now, if you just be you, instead of trying to hide who you are, it makes people feel way more comfortable when you walk into a room. If you're happy, doing what you love, and doing what you love is able to help provide for you, your family, and your friends, then you're successful. The way I deal with setback, I accept it. I understand that this is the industry. Each setback, each no is just like, cool, let's get up, let's replan, let's map it a different way, let's go down a different avenue. How can I think outside the box now to get myself to where I want to be? I'm always ready. So no matter, even I'm hearing no for these other things, I've got all these other things, all this other content, all these other things that can help my agent to do their job the best. Constantly get myself ready, constantly using that as a motivation. Cool, you said no, that's fine. I built a relationship with you, that's fine. Let me just carry on and aim to get what I want, yeah. I have a vision in 5 years, me and my people on even further within our careers. Influencers, whether it be, and business-wise, I see like my business taking off. I see myself influencing hundreds of thousands of people, not just thousands anymore, you know, hundreds of thousands away. It branches even further. I see myself going global, working global and internationally. The most valuable thing I've learned in my story so far is to basically more or less never give up. And to understand that every struggle you're going through, there's a reason for it. And you're supposed to go through this struggle. It's supposed to help you and influence you later on in your future. Every single thing I've ever been through, every single struggle I've ever gone through, every single one has influenced me and made me a better person now. And I get why God allowed me to live in those moments, every single one. The way I came across MYCOMEUP was actually through a good friend of mine, Sebastian Till. And we just finished doing just a couple BBC 3 TV program. And they invited us down for a little interview. I remember before getting there, he was just telling me how much that's influenced him and help him to grow within his field, and the kind of blogs that was put out and the content. And straight away I was like, oh my God, where have I been that I haven't heard of? I haven't heard of MYCOMEUP, but I haven't, because that's what I'm all about, constantly just trying to find content which influences me and motivates me, and that's exactly what MYCOMEUP was doing. And so as soon as he told me about MYCOMEUP, I was like, cool, I need to know more. And the more and more I found out, the more and more I realized the world needs to know about MYCOMEUP. It does things that my very essence tells me is what the world needs. In many ways, and you guys don't even know. You're very close to finding out what is about to happen with MYCOMEUP World, man. It's going to be global, and I'm just excited to be here and be part of that journey now. My name is Michael Salami. I'm an actor, I'm a father, I'm a God-fearing man, and this is MYCOMEUP.